All right, we're live. We have got things to do, people to see. Quick, busy, happy, fast. Quick, busy, fast, happy. That's the title of today's theme. I love what I do. I honestly, even though I'm very busy, most of the time I am doing something. I have very little downtime. Occasionally I'll take a nap on a Sunday afternoon or something, but it's go, go, go all the time. You know, if I'm not at school, I'm grading, or I'm doing live streams with you guys, or I am doing my band practice. Last night I had a band practice with my big band. It was really fun. We actually have a gig this weekend. And then tonight I have another band practice with my other band. You know, I'm in a couple of different music groups. And the one we're practicing for tonight is on, it's a Wednesday. I think it's the 8th. Anyway, it's going to be a fun one, super fun one. It's a private event, big like harvest festival. So I'm excited for that. But yeah, anyway, we're practicing for that. It's going to be a big one. But yeah, it's just one thing after the other. How good that we get to sort of just take a break and relax together and just do the puzzles. So let's do it. Let's do it. All right, my 5-day streak. We missed it about a week ago. Okay, so in the connections, we're trying to create 4 groups of 4 with blonde, sun, word, pale, dim, cream, brown, rice, black, light, faint, beat, whisk, polar, pool, and whip. Okay, now some of these made, you know, brown rice, black light. I think they're doing that to sort of mess us up. How about pale, light, blonde, and maybe dim? Faint. How about faint? Oh, it's one away. How about dim, light, maybe not blonde? There we go. Hard to make out. It's dim, faint, light, pale. Whisk. To whisk, to whip, to beat, to cream. Nice. To stir vigorously. To beat, to cream, to whip, and to whisk. Okay, so what's the next one? Word, brown and rice. Are you giving me answers? Hold on. Sun University. Yeah, I know Brown University. Black cherry. Polar. There's polar bear. Oh, black bear, brown bear, polar bear. Blonde bear. Sun bear. Oh, I thought I had it. Dang. I know, you love confusing me. Sun. I thought I had something. Polar bear? Black bear, brown bear? Polar ice caps. Rice is ice. Ice is nice. Rice. Blonde hair, black hair, brown hair. I don't know. What's the other? I feel like it's a fill in the blank. right? Wordplay, pool, noodle, pool house, pool, sunshade, sun hat, wordplay, rice, white rice, I don't know why I have that one selected. I really don't need it. Blonde hair. Polar opposite. Polar bear. Polar. I keep thinking polar bear. Pool bear. Word bear. Blonde bear. Is blonde bear a thing? Tiny, what is a sun bear? Tell me what a sun bear is. Think it's a sun bear? What would it be? I've never heard of a sun bear before. A word bear, pool bear. I've heard of pooh bear, not pool bear. Rice bear, blonde bear? Is there such a thing as a blonde bear? A sun bear. You're not making that up. A sun bear. All right, we got to look that up. Okay, what are these for? It's a fill in the blank. I know it. Yeah. Okay, great. Dirty blonde. Dirty word. Dirty rice? What do you mean? Dirty rice. If your rice is dirty, you wash it. Do you mean like a stir fry kind of thing? Like a fried rice? And you just kind of mix things into it? What do you mean dirty pool? Okay, I need to look some things up. Bear with me here. Ha! You get it? Bear with me. What on earth is a sun bear? That is the goofiest looking thing I have ever seen in my life. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a sun bear. That bear needs help. That bear right there needs some serious help. What's with the ring on their neck? Is that why they're called sun bears? Is they have a marking, a solar flare marking? That is just about the dumbest looking bear I think I've ever seen. Wait a minute, where did the goofy one go? And they stick their tongue out. They look ridiculous. That's a sun bear? Seriously? Wait, I'm sorry. Hold on. Rewind that. Where did it go? Help. Look at the mitts on that thing. Look at the mitts on that thing. What is happening there? Are you kidding me? They look like human feet with fangs attached to them. There's no way that's really what it is. That's a guy in a suit. That's a guy in a suit. That's not a thing. That's the goofiest looking thing I've ever seen. That's a guy in a suit right there. Okay, and then dirty pool. Like, if you pee in the pool, then it's a dirty pool. Dirty pool. Dirty pool refers to unethical or unfair conduct, particularly in a competitive situation. Unethical conduct. The first meaning, playing dirty pool, signifies unsportsmanlike behavior, tendency of missing a shot in a game to gain an unfair advantage. Second meaning, health issues a pool that's improperly maintained. Right. Okay, so if you're playing a dirty game, right, you're icing the kicker or something, right? It's bad. Okay, I've never heard of that, honest. And then dirty rice is a savory spiced dish from Louisiana. Oh, I think I've heard of that. Dirty rice. Like a jambalaya or a... Looks delicious. Like a gumbo rice kind of thing. Dirty rice. Okay. All right, now we know. We got it right. Thank you for Sunbear. I definitely learned something new there. Sunbear. Okay. Let's play the mini crossword. I'm going to scroll this up a little bit so we can see the whole puzzle. It's a 5x5 with some squares cut out. What this clue is in. It's in bold. Rowing sport. How about crew? I actually have a rowing machine. It mimics that rowing motion. I love it. Sculling crew. Businesses where the tongue-twisted might order a 1 across or 5 across. Bold or crew. The tongue-tied. Oh, a cold brew. Oh, if you're tongue-tied, you're going to mix it up. Are those pubs or bars? I don't know. We'll come back to it. Switch those two. Instead of bold and crew, it's cold brew. That's like a coffee shop or something. Oh, I think it's Babs Bunny from Space Jam. End of a cigarette. It's probably the butt. Includes secretly. Oh, BCC. Blind carbon copy. Toothbrush brand. Oh, maybe I got this wrong. Oral B. Oral. Okay. Gaston's sidekick. Gaston and Le Fou. Is it EU? Le Fou. I don't know how to spell it. I know how to say it. Resided in. How about dwelt in? Took a chair. How about sat? Oh no, not quite. Is it Leela? Eek, I don't know how to spell this name. Lola? Okay. Well, if you were ever wondering, the guy from Beauty and the Beast, the sidekick, Gaston's sidekick is Le Fou, but it's F-O-U. I didn't know that. Cold brew. Yeah, if you're tongue-tied, you might say a bold crew, and then switch it. Cold brew. That's funny. What this clue is in. Bold. It's sticking out. Thicker. Control B on that one. Rowing sport. Crew. Businesses where the tongue-twisted might order a 1 across, 5 across. Cold brew. Bold crew. Cafe. That's called a spoonerism. That is a classic spoonerism. Mixing the first letters. And it still makes a word, right? It still makes a phrase, but they're reversed. It's called a spoonerism. All right. Lola Bunny in Space Jam. Wasn't he in love with Babs Bunny? No, I'm thinking of... That's not Bugs Bunny. That's the other bunny. What's his name? Babs... Buster Bunny, right? And then the butt end of a cigarette includes secretly, as on an email, BCC, blind carbon copy. Toothbrush brand, Oral B. Gaston's sidekick, Le Fou, L-E-F-O-U. F-O-U. Le Fou. French is funny. The pronunciations are just all over the place. Resided in, dwelt in, and then took a chair, you sat. All right, my friends were playing Pips during lunch, and they always know, they know I do these live streams. I don't think they watch it, but that's okay. But every time I they're doing a game or something, they're always real secretive about it. They're like, oh, look at the answer for this one, But today they were doing Pips, and I was like, hey, is it just me, or do you get the hard one easier than the medium one? And they were like, no, that's just you. The hard one's just the same but bigger. I'm like, I don't know about that. It's not just the same but bigger for me. I did start early, Tyson. How you doing? I did great on connections. I did. Here, I'll recap just for Tyson. I didn't know Sun Bear, but who knew it? Tiny Elephant knew it. So thank you, Tiny, for that. And then Dirty Blonde, Dirty Pool, Dirty Rice, Dirty Word. Oh, I can't imagine Tyson Price saying a dirty word. I just can't imagine it. Yeah, it was funny. Today they were like, why would it take you longer to do medium than hard? Hard is supposed to be harder, right? I'm like, I don't know. But I did teach him about the cookie thing. He was like, what do you mean you earn the cookie? Oh, that mud is a dirty word. Absolutely. You are correct. That is a dirty word. Yeah, I told him about earning the cookie. He was like, what do you mean I earn the cookie? And yeah, I said, if you do the easy in under like 15 seconds, they give you a cookie. He's like, I want a cookie. It's funny. All right, so let's play the easy puzzle. Whoops, that's not going to do it. I hit the tab button. It freaked out. All of these are equal. They've got to be the 6s. So if that is less than 3, and that's a 6, whoa, you moved to the wrong place there, bucko. That's got to be greater than 3, and that's got to be the other 6. There we go. 25 seconds. A little bit of technical difficulty, so I didn't get the cookie. That's okay. All right, let's try the medium. This is the only 0. And then I'm thinking probably the other one's like a 1 and a 2. How about a 1 and 2? And then this could be like 2, 10. That would have to be 1. Is there a 1 and 4? No, there's not. Okay, hear me out on this. What if we swap these? So that's a 3, and then the 4 with the 6. That makes 10. Okay. And this has to go to the side, making the other one a 4. That has to be a 6, and then our double 5. Our double 5. There it is. Nice. Okay, is the medium puzzle under a minute you get a cookie, or is that the hard puzzle? Because that was actually a very doable easy puzzle, or medium puzzle, I should say. Here, if I share my results, and then how did I do it before? We'll go over to the Sun Bear, and I will paste. Nope, no cookie for you, bucko. Nope, I am full on cookies from yesterday. Tyson, special delivery from Tyson. That was pretty awesome, man. That is the hard puzzle. All right, let's do it. Okay, a bunch that are equal, couple that are equal. Oh, and this one right here, look at that. So 4s, let's see, 4 times 6 is 24. So this is maybe like 5, 6, 5, 6, or 5, 5, 5, 4. Wait, I'm thinking 5s and 6s. All right, so a 2 has to go here, and then a couple that are equal. 2 has to go there. Could be our 0s, but maybe not, because here's a bunch that have to be lower. So what are the ones that could be the equals? 1, 2, 3, 4. Could be that one. You know, if it was like 2, where'd the 2 and 5 go? Here's 2 and 5. I had my mouse right on it. I don't know why I rotated that one. There we go. And then 1, 2, 3. That could be our 4s. Oh, I got this one backwards. Hold on. Less than 2. And this one could be the not equal. This one could be... Oh, we forgot to add up... Okay, this isn't going to work. That's all kinds of wrong. Because we got to get a couple that add up. And those aren't adding. The math ain't mathin', guys. Okay, maybe we start with this big one first. So this could be our That's got to be a 2. Okay, the 2s. Oh, it could be a 0. Hold on. Won't be like that. There we go. What if that's our 6? This could be like 5 and 5. Oh, that's going to be less than. Well, maybe it goes this way. Right? 11, 11. See, the problem is this could just be so many things. 1, 2, 3. What if that's our 4s? They can't be 4s because we need 4 of them. Wow, this is a tricky one. That is a tricky one. Okay. So the ones that are equal could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here's like one that's greater than, or excuse me, less than. Here's one that's less than. Oh, but then this would have to be our double. Okay, that doesn't work. All right, it's probably not. Unless. Oh, but then the corner doesn't work. Okay, it's not. Tyson, you know what I did with those cookies? I brought them home and I cut them into 6 equal parts and I shared them all with my family because they were delicious. They were absolutely scrumptious. Thank you. How about the 4s go down here? What if the 4s went here? So that one. And then something that's less than. Is there a 4 and 6? It's not a 4 and 6. There is this. What's the other 4? Okay, something that doesn't equal. About the 1. That one. Oh. Golly. Less than 2. How about 6 and 0? And then these have to be equal, so that can't be. If these have to be equal, that doesn't work. Unless we turn it. Maybe we turn it. And then this one is our 2s? No, can't be 2s. Could be the 0s. That wasn't a bad idea. Yes, it was. It was a bad idea. That, and the other 6 has to be less than, or it goes this direction, but it can't because that can't be a double. Man. The logic of this puzzle is just not logicking. Okay, how can we do this top part without a double. Now, why am I saying these are the 4 that matter? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. But then that can't go here. It needs to be 5s and 6s there. Unless it wasn't. What if it's 5, 10, 15, 20? What if it was 6s? 1, 2. There's only 2 6s. So that doesn't fly. What if it was the 0s that are the same? Why am I turning that one? 0s. 1. Okay, but then we're backed into a corner. No, we're not. We can play that. Oh, wait. We can play the 6 and 2 there. Oh, but then this would have to be a double. Crumbs. Ladies and gents, we are backed against the wall here. That's 22. Something that's 2, and then there's also doubles in it. 1, 2, 3. Could be our 4s. Watch this. Could be our 4s. And then one that's less than 2. What's our other 4? 2 that are not equal to each other. That could be anything. Oh. What do you mean out of bounds? You're out of bounds. Oh, yeah, that works. 2 goes here. And then 0 goes there. I don't want to talk about it. We did it. Hey, you know what? We did it. Wasn't the prettiest sight, but we did it. Okay. So the hinge pin on this one was the 22, right? Had to be 5s and 6s. There's no other way, right? There were only 2 6s, so it had to be 6 and 6, 5 and 5. Couldn't be like 6, 6, and a third 6, and then like, what would that be? 3, 2. Can't do it. Can't do it. Or 4. I guess that would make it 4, huh? Not it. And then what it ended up being, the equals ones were the 0s. And then there's 2 things that have to be 0 or less than 2, so it was a 1, and then the other one was just face the other direction. Clearly, duh. That was a tough pips. That was a tough one. And then, you know, to prove myself wrong, I said, oh, I do the medium in more time than the hard, and the hard one takes me less time. I did the medium in 47 seconds today. The hard I did in 7 minutes. 15 had to be 555. I guess it didn't have to be 555. It could have been like 654. Would have made 15. Yeah. I'm busting out the old playing cards to learn math trick with my kids. I want to, me personally, I want to get better at numbers. Now, I'm not saying math in general. I'm saying just like numbers in general. You're like, well, duh, you know numbers, right? Yeah, but to be numerically dyslexic, numbers are very challenging to me. Put an auditory processing disorder on top of that, and that's a recipe for not remembering anybody's phone number. I'll tell you that. Somebody said, you know, I'll say, what's your student number? And they'll rattle off a number, and I'm like, I heard the 8. That's about it. You know, or like somebody says, oh, you know, my phone number, da-da-da-da-da-da, and they rattle it off. I'm like, I think there was a 2 in there. Just say it too fast. Aranha, how you doing? Good to have you. Yeah, the hard was definitely a challenge today. Cool. All right, a bunch that were equal had to be the 6s, and if the corner, like the equals ones went all the way into that appendix on the left, then clearly they had to be the doubles, the duples. There it is. There she blows. All right. Sad 4-day streak. Yuck. Coven. I'll never forget that word now. Coven. Thought I was doing so well the first time, and I missed water. Stupid water. Oh, gosh. And then I missed Coven just the other day. Not cool. So, what do we have? We got so lucky yesterday. What did I say? Dream? Wasn't it Dream yesterday? Whatever popped into my head, right? And then I got it in 2 because it was a DR. What was the word? DR something. Yeah, hard mode for life, right? Even though it meant that I missed it in Coven, too bad. It is what it is. I actually don't mind it. I think it's kind of fun. And actually, I will get it in less than 4. Basically, when I do the non-intersecting word thing, I'm guaranteed to get it in 4 or more. I never get it on 3, hardly. And then never on 2. Well, now I've played hard mode. I got it on 2 yesterday, right? Like, it's actually kind of common to get 2s or 3s rather than 4th try or beyond. So hard mode really kind of forces you to think of what's coming next. I like it. So what if we said... How about flare? Okay, a little bit of help. We got the L and the A. And it is not consonant L, whatever it is. So we'll get those out of our heads. Wait, splat. The L could go there, the A could go there. I don't know, let's find out. Okay, so we're rearranging. So we know the L's right in the middle. Whatever it is, it's blank, blank, L, blank, blank. And the A doesn't go in the 4th. Like, Golda! Come here, Golda! Not a word. What if it was a consonant? Oh, it's got an A in it. I was going to say moldy, but no, it needs an A. So... I bet you there's another vowel. You know, it's like blank A, L, I. Or O. You know, like talon or... Isn't Balin a word? Okay, well, at least we know where the A goes. It's not Balin. Something else. And it's not the O. I was thinking, oh, it's probably another vowel. It honestly could be another vowel. I found out what the F11 button does. It shows my desktop. Don't hit buttons. Dolch. Malk. If the L was in the 4th, it might be daily. Call me? Is that a word? It is a word. It does have a Y at the end. Okay. Oh boy. All right, we're getting close to the end. That makes me a little nervous. Could be a K. Okay, blank AL blank Y. Galaxy. Holy. Could be a KY. AL. What could be? Why do I never think of the double L? That it could be a double L. Hallie. I'm at a loss here, guys. Dally, like dilly dally. Oh, it is. Okay. Dilly dally. At this point, I'm just making up words. I'm like, come on. Nothing goes blank A, L, blank Y. You know, if the L was over there, maybe it's daily or something. Nope. Dally, like dilly dally. God heavens. How does Morose Monday sound to you? What do you mean, Morose Monday? Context. Could you use the word in a sentence, please? Morose Monday. Every Monday, Oranha starts with a hard starting word for Wordle, chosen by one of his members. Oh my gosh. That sounds evil. See, what's going to happen if I did that is you guys are like the only people that watch, right? I have like 6, 7, 8, 9 people watching every time. So I'd keep getting these evil, devious words as a starting word, like every time. I don't know about that. I'll think about it. Morose Monday. Oh, Morse. M-O-O-R. Started with Q-A-J-A-Q. There's no way. Q-Jack? I'm going to look that up. Hold on. Q-A-J-A-Q. Greenlandic kayak. Kayak. That's the starting root word of the word kayak. Q-A-J-A-Q. And that's acceptable? Oh my gosh. Start with the Wordle with Zilix? Xylol? I don't know. I'm just a person. I'm just a human being. Alright, as old as time. As old as time. What is as old as time? Ooh, Tyson, there's your dirty word. Mud. I see the word clock. As old as time. Chime. Well, hold on. There's an S too. Chimes. Okay. Is this about an old grandfather clock or something? Oh yeah, it is. Look. Grand. Their TH father. Grandfather Clork. Grandfather clock is going to have chimes and a winder and pendulum and weights and rages. Oh, I know, it's gears. Rages. I love when it's like another word that's like, it's no way that's the word. It's not. It's not. All right, it's old as time, grandfather clock, gears, chimes, weights, pendulum, and a winder. And the loudest chimes every hour. I never understand the mystique of a grandfather clock. I get that it's like historic and old and like, oh, it's, whatever. But imagine that going off all day, all night. I can't even sleep with a ticking clock next to me, right? Like a circle clock. I cannot sleep with the tick. I really do think I have an auditory processing disorder because I can't sleep with a ticking clock. I will have my earplugs in and then headphones on top of that, and then I can still hear tick, 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 tick. It like pierces through. I just can't do it. I can't do it. So for somebody to have a grandfather clock and it goes off like every 15 minutes and then a big chime at the top of the hour and it's 2 a.m, no thanks. No thanks. I would rather move houses. If the grandfather clock had to stay, I would be the one leaving. I could not do it. Nope. No thank you. Grandfather clock, I would sell it on eBay, sell it on Craigslist, get it out of my house. I will never, 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 never have a grandfather clock in my house. Can't do it. Callie, do you have a grandfather clock in your house? I don't think they're that loud. I can't even do a ticking clock. Because then I start making beats in my head and I start thinking of music that goes 60 beats per minute or 120, right? Maybe it's double time. And then I think of songs and I think of choruses and then suddenly it's 3 a.m. and I can't sleep. Nope. I don't sleep near clocks. I just don't. I can't do it. All right. Hey, and in case you really needed a pick-me-up, here's the ugliest, weirdest bear you've ever seen. You're welcome. Oh, gosh. All right, letterbox. Let's dive in. Looks like a guy in a suit. It doesn't look like... it doesn't look like a bear. Come on. All right. Well, we're solving in 5 today. I got a K. Oh, good. There's a C to go with the K. K, D, O, T, B, and I. TBI, traumatic brain injury. C, L, W, R, A, and U. Okay. So we can't spell clock because C and L are on the same side. Every time I make fun of a sun bear loses its wings. Callie said a sun bear just disliked your video. Well, that's just between me and the sun bear, I guess. You don't get to see how many dislikes a video gets, so I might look at this and go, oh man, look at all the sun bears that disliked my video. Let's see. There's no E. There's no S. Oh, my mouse is going really slow. I was having problems yesterday too. I lowered the bitrate to see if that would help. If I give my laptop unfettered access, then maybe that's just simply too much. I don't know. Look, it's moving. Oh my gosh. Crowd. There's no N or G for ing words. There's no Y or IES. Dab, I guess. Bulk. I can't just do kit because the INT are on the same side. Oh, there we go. A kilt. Haha. We did it. We done it. We did it. Alright, well, crowd led to dab, dab led to bulk, and then K for kilt. How did they solve it yesterday? Videotape and embark. That's not how we did it. Dark, what did we do? Riveted, dark. I don't know. Could have said videotape. I don't know. I don't know. Well, if you like what you see, give this video a like. Consider subscribing because we do this every day. We make it fun. And yeah, we're going to recap our answers before I have to go pick up my daughter and then go to band practice. We've got some fun activity tonight. We're going get ready for this gig that we have in a few weeks here. Okay. All right. Well, let's recap. We'll start at the top. Hard to make out. It's dim. It's faint. It's light. It's pale. It's the green category. Yellow category. Stir vigorously. To beat, to cream, to whip, and to whisk. Whip and whisk. Kinds of bears. The blue category. Black bear, brown bear, polar bear, sun bear. And just to remind you, what a goofy dude that is. That right there is a sun bear. What on earth? That's a pretty bear. Look, this vector clip art of a bear. Nope. That's really what they look like in real life. They have this long, like, anteater nose, and they just look goofy. Look at the tongue on that guy. Gee, burrs. Crazy stuff. Sun bear. And then, let's see, the purple category was, I knew it was a fill in the blank. I could just tell. 4 words that have nothing to do with each other. All right, we're going to pool them together. Pool, get it? Dirty blank. Dirty blonde, dirty pool, dirty rice, dirty word. And then Tyson said a dirty word live on air. Did you hear it? Did you see it in the comments? He said mud. Mud's a dirty word. All right. What this clue is in, it's in bold. And then a rowing sport. How about crew? And then if you mix those two up as a spoonerism, you get cold brew. Bold crew. Love spoonerisms. They're so funny. Businesses where tongue twisted might order 1 across, 5 across. Bold crew, cold brew in a cafe. Lola Bunny was in Space Jam. The end of the cigarette is called the butt. Cigarette butts. Include secretly on an email is BCC, blind carbon copy. Toothbrush brand, Oral-B. Gaston's sidekick in Beauty and the Beast. French for the fool, le fou. That's funny, le fou. How would you like to be called le fou? The fool. It's funny. And then resided in, dwelt in. Took a chair, sat. Cool. Pips, the first pips was fine, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That had to be the same. That was the 6s. Medium puzzle. 5, 5, 5 had to be the 5 or the 15. And then 10 over here, instead of 5 and 5, that was the 4 and 6. And then 9 was 5 and 4. And that didn't take any time at all. That was like 40-something seconds. And then the hard mode, oh my gosh, took me about 9 minutes. I don't want to talk about it. So the giveaway was in the bottom right corner. The 22 had to be 6s and 5s. The equals ones were 0, 0, 0, 0, and then 2, 2, 2, 4, 4, 4. The 2s went elsewhere. It is my right to be a fool. I can just be silly. Oh no. Oh no, Tyson. Oh no. Dirty pool. Alright, that was the hard mode. Wordle today, luckily we got it in 5. We almost, I get nervous when I get close to the end, it's like, come on, get the word. It dawned on me that maybe it was a double L, which it was, to dilly and to dally, to dilly-dally. And with the Strands puzzle today, like A Tale as Old as Time, Beauty and the Beast, this is a grandfather clock, which I will never, ever, ever, ever have in my house. Chimes, gears, weights, pendulum, and a winder. I don't need a 15-minute reminder that time marches on. I just don't need that. I have my watch. I got my dumb watch here. I don't have a smartwatch. I have a dumb watch. And that's plenty enough to see what time it is. I can see it on my laptop. I can see it on my computer. I can see it on my wrist. I don't need a giant, big wooden and glass and metal and intricate parts grandfather clock in my house. Because because I will hear it. Literally, if I'm sleeping in the basement and the grandfather clock is up in the attic running, I will still hear it. If I'm sleeping out back, sleep on the trampoline, and a grandfather clock went off inside the house, I would hear it. I can't. I could not. I can't do it. So if I ever come across a grandfather clock, maybe as a gift, or I inherit one or something, I will give it to the highest bidder. I don't know. Oh gosh. All right, and then we finished off with letterbox today. Crowd, the D led to dab, and then B for bulk, K for kilt. Nice. And if you like what you saw today, give this video a like, smash the like button, and consider subscribing, because we do this every day. Super fun. I told you that we had reason to celebrate yesterday. I have entered officially the YouTube Partner Program. They are in the process right now of reviewing my channel to make sure that there are no obvious violations and whatnot, and we will be doing, before you know it, we'll be doing super chats and merch store. Wouldn't that be fun? I'll come up with merch for a merch store. Oh, that'd be fun. I don't know, that's silly. Anyway, if you like what you see, you went on eBay and you bought me a grandfather clock. Oh, Tyson, why'd you do that? Glad you didn't. Anyway, thanks for a great stream. I appreciate all you. And I've got a busy night ahead of me. A couple of busy things to do on the weekend. I will catch you on the next one. See you guys.